Hello, family and friends. As you know, we had this crazy storm that kind of threw everybody off. I know the Matthews, we were not prepared to do nothing. So I ended up being off of work since last Saturday, and it was like downhill from there. I do thank everyone who offered us to come to their house because we didn't have any power. But for me, this storm was different. It allowed me to see what I've been taking for granted. And not talking about power, I'm talking about my marriage. We was without power for about 5 days, and we had to come together. Me and my husband, we had to team up to find ways and be creative on how we're going to stay warm, where we're going to sleep, making sure we got on enough clothes because, again, our house, I believe it was under 40, and I don't like cold. And I had some of my sisters in the Lord to tell me to come over. I had my daughters, my son, everybody offered me, best friend, but I had to stay here. I had to stay here. I told my husband, I said, maybe we need to, let me back up some. He was saying, I guess he wanted to probably go somewhere. And I was saying no. So he was looking a little down and out. And I was like, well, what's wrong? He was like, what are we going to do if we don't have nowhere to charge our phones? Let's go somewhere and at least charge our phones. And I was like, no, we'll be okay. We can go in the car and charge them. And I could just tell he had this look on his face like it's nothing he can do to change the situation. And so I was telling him, well, I look at it different. And so he was asking me, how do I look at it? I look at it as when we did have the power, we had the lights, we had everything. We were so busy. We walked past each other. We didn't really see each other in the same house, or the TV was working. He'll be in the living room. He'll be watching TV. I'll be in my room because we don't watch the same shows. Or it may be a day that I just want to lay down. Whatever the case may be, I told him that I think it was a good thing because we woke up pretty much the same time, got dressed the same time, went to bed the same time. We were sleeping in the same bed. He didn't come to bed late, or I didn't go to bed early. When we lay down together. When it was time to stay warm, we made sure we stay warm with each other. We came up with the idea of blocking the kitchen off from the living room because we end up leaving out our bedroom, shutting all the doors, all the room doors, so that way we can kind of make it a little warm. The fireplace, it really didn't give you a lot of heat, but it was to the point to where it kind of knocked the chill off a little bit. It wasn't as cold. And it was nice that I was like, oh, it's getting hot, because we had like 4 or 5 blankets. We had on 2 pair of pants, 2 shirts, 2 pair of socks. I had 3 pair of socks on. 2 of those real big thick ones, and then some thin, soft cotton ones. It just, for me, I thank God for it. I don't want to make it seem like I'm just downplaying what happened, because I know we was in a bad situation. And believe me, I understand. I did not have my coffee. And let me tell you, when I don't have my coffee, okay. But we managed to get through it. Even when we got a chance to ride on the roads, we was able to get to a place, tried to order some coffee there. Oh, we out of coffee. So I think everybody was looking for that coffee. We need to get that coffee fixed. But we had neighbors to give us some firewood. People that didn't even know us gave us firewood, checked on us. But the whole time we had to be with each other. It's like, it's nothing you can do. We're going to travel together or we don't go nowhere at all. And that's how it was for these 5 days. It was amazing to me. It was amazing because it was like we was forced to talk to each other versus looking at a TV. Oh, my show is on, or I'm playing the game. Now, we did play the games on our phone. But we have to be mindful that if we use up too much battery life, we won't have it. My husband got very creative. We cut up desks. We cut wood up. I don't even know what some of the stuff he got, but he was cutting up wood, So it's like we put our heads together and we made this thing work. This is what we have to do as married couples. We cannot just live our lives as 2 people married but living individual lives. We can't keep walking past each other as if this is my roommate. This is your spouse. You said for better or worse, in sickness and in health, in richer and poor, to death do you part. Not you my roomie. Let's schedule a time to where we come together. No, this is your spouse, and you have to make sure that you find time for your spouse. The world offers so much for you right now, but you have to understand that it's all a distraction. It's only a distraction. And if you allow it to distract you, you will come to terms and you be like, I don't think I love him, or I don't think I love her. It's not that. Y'all just haven't been spending time together. It's just like if you want to spend time with the Lord, you want to develop your relationship, you get ready to go into prayer and you feel lost, like, I don't know what to say. It's because you have not been putting time in. So you feel like you are, it's new, or you feel like you're trying to get to know him. When in fact, if you spend time on a consistent basis, like every day. Now, keep in mind, I know sometimes you have to have your time, you want to have your long time. Fine. Me and my husband did that. As a matter of fact, on yesterday, I was a little frustrated because I was like, oh, day 5, no electricity. So I said, well, I'm going to do something different. I don't want to just sit in the house. I'm going to go outside, take my book that I read, go sit out there for a little bit. And then once I'm done, come back inside, baby. Okay, you ready to go? You want to go outside? And then you go outside. That'll be his time. And that's how we did it. But I honor God for it because he told me years ago to look for him in the midst of chaos. He speaks even when things don't seem like he should be speaking. Even though things is in disarray, he still speaks. And he was speaking to me. And that's when I had to realize, I haven't been giving him as much time. I've been putting my job first. We all do that because we want to make sure we bring home the coins. We want to make sure we have a roof over our head. But if God is truly your provider, you got to trust that when you sacrifice and make time for God, for your husband, for your family, everything else gonna fall into place. We can't allow the world to get us out of being one. Again, they have so much to offer us out there. All these new shows, you're like, ooh, girl, I can't wait to watch that. Ooh, Tyler Perry got a new one coming. No. I'm not saying don't watch it, but I'm saying have balance. You need to balance yourself. You cannot just allow the world to dump in you, because when it's time for you to give your husband something, your wife something, you're too full of the world. You're too full of the world, and you have to empty yourself. At the end of the day, empty yourself out and remember your vows. Vows to your spouse, vows to God. The Bible says it's better to not make a vow than to make one and break it. Stop breaking your vows with your spouse. So I honor God and I thank him. Now, let's see if we can keep this connection going, being creative, just doing things spontaneous, because that is my spouse. And I made the vows to promise to love him in everything. And he may not be perfect, but he's perfect for me. Y'all be blessed.